Only thing harder than getting to the top of the mountain is staying there. He's got to retain that culture and that level of confidence. And I wonder if he'll need to. I think the answer is yes. And if he's able to, I don't know, pull it back once that happens. I like the bravado.
Sports Special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the fun of a summertime tradition with Little League All-Star Baseball. Play ball! Today's Little League All-Star action is being brought to you by
Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Bechtel Jewelers, Delegate Sammy Brown, Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Berkeley County Health Department, Procter & Gamble, Delegate Paul Espinosa, Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial, Parsons Ford, and Skinner Law Firm.
And now, let's go to the ballpark and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
And a very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome back into Little Creek Park in South Charleston, West Virginia. It is the site of this 2019 West Virginia State 10 to 12-year-old Little League All-Star Tournament. We've got an elimination game coming your way as Jefferson will take on Barbersville. The winner moving on to play tomorrow. The loser will wrap up their postseason. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. Logan Nichols, our studio engineer and producer. And, Matt, we've got this matchup because these two teams were on opposite fields just a moment ago, wrapping up games that were suspended yesterday in the elimination bracket, and both coming away with big wins to provide the opportunity for them to play right now.
Both in shutout form. It was Jefferson getting the 2-0 victory on this field, and then Barbersville getting the 7-0 victory over Charleston Central on the other field, with Summersville falling to Jefferson in the game we just had right here. So both teams coming off of very good performances in back-to-back games, really. Even Jefferson playing well in the game they lost 2 nights ago against Hurricane. So we'll see how both these teams come out. Both of them should have a lot of momentum coming into this game.
Each team 2 wins, just 1 loss. So let's tell you how we've reached this point in the tournament. Barbersville got it started on Saturday with an 11-1 win over Summersville, while Mann defeated Princeton 13-7. That set up Mann and Barbersville on Sunday, and Mann got the win in that one by a 2-1 final. We pause now for the national anthem. Tell you what, let's go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, and then we'll come back and take a look at our starting lineups and continue to preview this matchup.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back-and-forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
He literally saved my life. It's just mind-boggling to me that he was able to do what he did.
We're able to affect much more of a difference for our patients with these resources.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
They treat you great, and they're down to earth in the West Virginia way that all West Virginians treat each other.
When you're hurting, we're here. When things are confusing, we're here. When you need answers, we're here. Brown Funeral Home. We've been caring for families like yours for generations, since 1880. Whether you want to plan ahead or you need us now. Our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson. We're here when you need us.
Creek Park as we get ready for this elimination game, continuing our look at how these two teams reached to this point after the 2-1 loss against Man. Barbersville able to come back and get the victory 7-0 over Charleston Central, and that puts them into this matchup today. For Jefferson County, it was a 9-5 win over Charleston Central back on Saturday. Sunday, a tough 2-0 loss against Hurricane, and Jefferson just wrapping up a 2-0 win over Summersville that has us set and ready for action in this one. Well, Jefferson will be the visiting team, and it will be Miles Hoover who will be in the leadoff spot. He'll be followed by Sam Hefner. Hoover playing in right field. Hefner is doing the catching. Shortstop Ryan Kelly hitting third. The cleanup hitter is the pitcher Connor Smith. Batting fifth at third base, Cole Smith. The number 6 hitter, center fielder Brady Roberts. Batting seventh at second base, Jackson Earl. The number 8 hitter, left fielder Aubrey Hobson. And batting ninth at first base is Jet Gross. Seth Hinkle on the hill for Barbersville, and we are ready to go as Hoover stands in the right-hand box. First pitch of the ball game, and it misses high for ball one in today's opening pitch, coming at 7:20. Hoover awaits that 1-0 delivery. Hinkle working from the windup, the right-hand pitcher ready, and the delivery again misses a bit up and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
And, Matt, it's interesting to see the difference in at this level of the kids that want to go out of the windup with nobody on and the kids that have just gone to the straight stretch no matter what the on-base situation looks like.
We get a strike on the outside corner as Hoover watches that one go by. And the Jefferson faithful feeling that one may have been a bit low end outside. So now 2-1 as the pitch to the plate is fouled to the backstop. The count evens 2-2. Let's give you the rest of that defense for Barbersville with Bryson Shirkey as the catcher. Caden Vitato is at first base, as C.J. Grimes at second. Cole Ferguson, the shortstop. Riley Bowles is at third. In the outfield, we'll give you from left to right in just a moment. First, that 2-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes. And that one misses high and outside, and it's gone full 3-2. Corey Otzenberger is in left with Cade Johnson in center and Grady Painter in right field. 3-2 delivery due to Hoover, leadoff batter in this game, and that payoff pitch misses high. That's ball 4. Good eye by Miles Hoover to draw the base on balls.
Yeah, and a good eye for the most part. Did chase strike 2 out of the zone a bit, but other than that, did a good job of having good plate vision and good discipline as that leadoff batter.
Hoover was 0 for 1 in the earlier game. Draws a base on balls in his first at bat here, and now it brings up Sam Hefner, who's coming off of a 2 for 2 effort, a double, a triple, a walk, and a couple of runs scored, looking to keep that hot bat going as he digs into the right-hand box and takes an off-speed pitch that misses high, ball 1.
And so far for Hinkle, everything's missed. He's missed up. So maybe just has to change that release point a bit.
See if he can work through it. 1-0 is due. It's on the way, and that one again misses a bit up and away. 2 balls and no strikes. 6 of the first 8 pitches for Hinkle have missed out of the strike zone. Jefferson being patient at the plate. Hefner awaiting. Here's that 2-0. He swings and sends one in the air down the right field line. That one out of play. And the count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Kelly due next to Jefferson. Trying to keep the momentum going after a 2-0 victory. Barbersville trying to keep it going after a 7-0 victory to get them into this game. Here is a pitch apparently on that outside corner. Was that a strike? I'm looking at the scoreboard from my angle. That looks like the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Here's a pitch that misses up and away. Snap throw in behind the runner as Hoover had a little bit of a lead at first. That throw is too late, and the count has gone full at 3-2. I'm with you. I was thinking that prior pitch may have missed, but the umpire not indicating that it missed outside, but calling it a strike. So now we have a payoff pitch due. It's gone full count to the first two batters. Here comes that delivery, a swing and a miss. Hefner goes down on strikes, one down in the inning.
And Hefner had a little bit of happy feet on that one, chased that one. It was on the upper portion of the strike zone, probably would have been a called strike 3, but it didn't keep his feet set, and I think was a little eager at one that he probably thought was coming in right in his wheelhouse.
So it brings up Ryan Kelly, starting shortstop, number 3 hitter in the order, 1 out and 1 on with Hoover at first. Here comes the pitch, and it misses high for ball 1. Well, Kelly had a great start to this day as he helped to drive in a run, albeit on a ground ball out. He was 0 for 3 in the earlier game. But he also came in and did the job on the mound, helping to get the victory in 3 2/3 scoreless and hitless innings. Here is a called strike on the outside corner. Count now 1-1 to Kelly.
That outside corner expanding a little bit from what the strike zone was in the first game.
Here comes that 1-1 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, well hit into this gap in right center field. It's going to take one hop in front of the warning track and bounce out of play. It's a book rule double. Hoover is going to have to stop at third, and Kelly goes to second. And there's a case where Barbersville catches a break. If that ball stays in the park, Hoover more than likely scores.
Yeah, the third book rule or ground rule double we've seen is so far that Jefferson has hit in this tournament, and all of them have been very deep balls that have bounced right on the warning track and hasn't taken much with the rubber surface on this warning track to get it over.
We mentioned before, out of 46 hits in the area and district tournament, only 10 went for extra bases. So far in this state tournament, they've had 7 or 8 extra base hits. A breaking pitch to start. Connor Smith snaps down in there for strike 1. Runners at second and third with just 1 out. Smith, a left-hand batter, hitting in the cleanup spot in the order. Watches this one high and outside. Now 1-1, pitch count upwards of 17 so far for Seth Hinkle. Just 1 down. Cole Smith due next. Connor Smith awaiting that 1-1. Hinkle really taking his time. Now ready in the pitch, and it's grounded towards the second baseman through the legs of Grimes, out into right center field. Run scores. Here comes another as Kelly crosses as well. Hoover easily able to come home from third with run number 1. Ryan Kelly scores from second, and Jefferson on the error takes the 2-0 lead.
And that's just the way they wanted to start this ball game. Only 2 runs total in the first game today. And that was just an unforeseen error by C.J. Grimes at second base. And I think he was probably looking up to see if there was going to be a play at home without staying down on that baseball and just getting the easy play at first.
Well, and you've talked about it before as we are now into day number 4, technically, of this tournament. Kind of day number 3 still schedule-wise, although we're trying to catch up a little bit after the suspended games of yesterday. But with this artificial turf, that ball gets on you pretty quick as well. Here's a ground ball back up the middle. It is gloved by the pitcher. He'll go to short for 1. Relay throw to first is not in time. Action underway with Cole Smith. First pitch swinging. Hit a 1-hopper that Hinkle was able to grab. A little confusion between Ferguson and Grimes at second. It was Ferguson, the shortstop, who made the catch and then threw on to first. Connor Smith is erased on the fielder's choice. Cole Smith reaches at first.
Yeah, and confusion between Ferguson and Grimes in the middle infield, and not sure if there would have been a double play regardless. Sharply hit ball off the bat of Brady Roberts straight to the second baseman, C.J. Grimes. He didn't have to move at all. That one coming right to him, and that's going to be out number 3 here in the inning.
So Jefferson being very aggressive at the plate, going right after that first pitch. Cole Smith hit it sharply, but into the fielder's choice, Brady Roberts. I was looking down, still riding, and didn't even see as he lines it out towards the second baseman, Grimes. It brings the inning to a close, but a walk, a double, and an error helped to produce a couple of runs. We're through a half an inning. It is Jefferson 2 and Barbersville coming to bat.
At Anthony's Pizza Inwood location, nobody does it better. We make our own dough and we bake it fresh twice daily. That's freshly baked twice a day to make sure your pizza always tastes great. Take advantage of our Anthony's Pizza special offer. Get 2 large one-topping pizzas, just $17.99. And when you buy 3 12-inch subs, the 4th one's on us. For the best in freshly made pizzas, subs, calzones, stromboli, lasagna, and more, it's got to be Anthony's Pizza, 372 Middleway Pike in Inwood. Call 229-7373 for delivery, anthonysmenu.com.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it, and we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
The lead for Jefferson. Barbersville to the plate here in the bottom of the first inning. Let's set their batting order with catcher Bryson Shirkey in the leadoff spot. Corey Otzenberger bats second. He plays left field. The number 3 hitter is the shortstop Cole Ferguson. Cleanup hitter is third baseman Riley Bowles. Batting fifth at first base, Caden Vitato. The number 6 hitter is the center fielder, Cade Johnson. Batting seventh and pitching, Seth Henkel. The number 8 hitter, second baseman, C.J. Grimes. And batting ninth in right field is Grady Painter. Connor Smith will toe the pitching rubber for the Jefferson County All-Stars. He has wrapped up his warm-up tosses, and he is ready to go. Rounding out that Jefferson defense, Sam Hefner behind the plate. Jet Gross is at first. Jackson Earl at second. Ryan Kelly, the shortstop. Cole Smith at third. In the outfield from left to right, it's Aubrey Hobson, Brady Roberts, and Miles Hoover. Shirkey, a right-hand batter, stands in against the lefty on the hill in the first pitch, a strike on the outside corner. Shirkey, good size in that batter's box. This is a team that has put up some numbers, 7 in their last game, and as we mentioned, an 11-1 win over Summersville. Swinging at the next pitch, Shirkey fouls it back. That was an 0-1. That went to the screen for strike 2.
Connor Smith, majority going to be a fastball guy from the times we've seen him so far this summer. He will throw in a little bit of what looks like a changeup, the occasional attempt at the curveball, but mostly just going to try to overpower you with the fastball.
Looking back, I don't think we've seen Connor Smith here in this state tournament. We have seen Cole Smith.
I think the last time we saw Connor Smith was in the district championship game.
He went 4 2/3, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits with a strikeout and no walks. Ended up being the winner in that one, so maybe that's a good sign as he comes in well rested, ready to go. Misses down low with this one. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, you look back to this last game, and Lukens and Kelly were on the mound for the combined no-hitter for Jefferson. Here's a swing and a grounder towards the second baseman. Jackson Earl up with it. And Bryson Shirkey on that 1-2 pitch seemed to just be protecting the plate. Matt really kind of threw the bat at the ball and made contact.
Yeah, just tried to smack one. Hopefully, I think in his mind, just try to foul it off. Ended up timing it up pretty well, sending it to Jackson Earl. And Jackson Earl, one of the more sure-handed fielders we've seen throughout this entire postseason. Easy work for him to fire it over to Jet Gross at first. Jet Gross, we're not used to seeing at first base, but an outfielder most of the time. We've seen him in the field, but with Connor Smith on the mound, it allows Gross to play the corner.
1 down, base is empty as that out was recorded. 4-2-3, and we are ready to go as the first pitch to Otzenberger in there for a strike. Trying to find my scoring sheet that I did not keep in the right place from the Hurricane game, so I will grab that. As the 0-1 delivery is on the way, and it's lined towards the second baseman, and Jackson Earl, maybe a step to his right, comes in a step or so as well. Pulls in that line drive for out number 2.
Yeah, that one off the bat, the way the outfielders, especially Brady Roberts and center fielder, moved, and Jackson Earl's first step was back. I thought that one had a chance to drop into a shallow center field for a base hit, but not a whole lot on that one as it came off the bat, and a good play by Jackson Earl. He's responsible for the first 2 putouts.
2 down as Cole Ferguson swings at the first pitch and pops it foul and out of play. That one headed over towards field A. 2 outs, nobody on. Barbersville batting bottom of the first, 2-0 Jefferson. On day one Saturday against Charleston Central, Ryan Kelly, Cole Smith, and Brady Roberts all saw action. Swinging away at the 0-1, it's a line drive over the head of the pitcher and into center field for Cole Ferguson. And the shortstop and number 3 hitter has a 2-out single.
And the hitless streak for Jefferson today going to end as a combined no-hitter through the last 2 days, or the last day and then some, really. So after 6 hitless innings, they're going to now give way to the first hit of the game by Cole Ferguson. Riley Bowles now stepping in.
Brief time being taken. Our first base umpire coming over to, it looks like, kick some dirt away around that pitching rubber. Not sure what he could see from his angle, but Connor Smith now ready to go at it again, facing Riley Bowles. Third baseman, cleanup hitter, very good size as he digs in.
Definitely looks like a 13-year-old. I think we're finally ready to play baseball again.
Yeah, we've had
sometime soon.
A brief timeout. Our plate umpire was over by the backstop talking with one of our officials for the tournament, and now we are ready to go as Bowles takes, pitch misses, runner bluffs towards second. Good throw down by Hefner. Playing it on a hop was the shortstop Kelly, and Ferguson retreated to first base.
Yeah, good job by Kelly also pinching in right there, because Hefner, I think, was going to pop up and throw regardless, but a good job by Kelly reading that delayed bluff steal.
Here's a pitch to the plate, grounded in the hole, gloved by Kelly at short. He will make that long throw across the diamond. Nice pickup right off the top of the turf by Jet Gross, and Bowles grounds out 6-3. Nice play to end it. There was a single for Cole Ferguson with 2 outs in the inning. The base runner will be stranded left at first base. 1 inning in the books with your score, Jefferson 2 and Barbersville nothing. All right. Are we eating pizza yet?
Are you okay over there? You seem a little flustered.
I am.
Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. Integrated directly with economic and workforce needs of the region, our programs are learner-centered and essential to the needs of a fast-paced global economy. To schedule a visit or to learn more, go to blueridgectc.edu. Take possibility to new heights. Ascend the ridge today. Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
It's one of the toughest times you'll ever face when someone close to you passes away. It's a swirl of papers to sign and arrangements to be made, all while you're dealing with grief. At Brown Funeral Home, we encourage you to pre-plan. Pre-planning not only makes things easier for you, it protects you from rising costs. At Brown Funeral Home, our families are precious to us, and so are yours. Brown Funeral Home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson.
A 2-0 lead after 1. The 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Jefferson to the plate in the top of the second inning. They'll face Seth Hinkle in that first inning. 20 pitches. We had 11 for strikes. Gave up the 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error. There was a base on balls in there as well. And that has Jefferson with the early cushion.
Yeah, see if Hinkle can settle down a little bit. The first couple of batters, he was finishing high consistently. So he seemed to settle down a little bit, allow guys to put the ball in play, take away the 1 error. Good job defensively for Barbersville. So let's see if Hinkle can settle down here in this inning, or let's see if Jefferson can take advantage again and get a couple more runs across the board. It'll be Jackson Earl set to lead it off for Jefferson here in the top of inning number 2.
Now, first and third are in on the grass as they maybe expect a bunt from Jackson Earl. He swings through the first pitch for strike 1. The middle infielders playing, about halfway through what you would consider the dirt color turf.
Yeah, and that one more of a chop than a swing.
Next pitch finds the outside corner, 0-2 to Earl. Well, Jackson Earl earlier 0 for 3 in the game, 0 for 2 today, including a comebacker. 0-2 pitch here, and it misses high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But you go back and look and remember Jackson Earl had one of those great at-bats, 10-plus pitch at-bat in that fourth inning. While he struck out, it was a great effort. He swings and pops this one up. Third base side over in behind the backstop. It hits out of play, and the count holds 1-2. Going after that one, Shirky, the catcher, but again, not a lot of foul territory here.
Now, most ballparks you play in, that's a playable baseball. Behind home plate, a little bit up the line. But that one gets out by 5 or 6 feet, bouncing on the concrete right in front of the press box.
Here's that 1-2 pitch. It misses high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And you could almost predict if Hinkle's going to miss. He does not follow through completely on the balls that he's missing up in the zone.
Here comes that 2-2 delivery, a foul ball. That one in and out of the catcher's mitt, I believe, of the catcher. From our vantage point, couldn't quite tell if it hit the glove or maybe got a little of the chest protector.
Don't think it ever went in the glove. I think it just smacked off the glove.
All right. Our umpire goes to pick it up and hand delivers it to Seth Hinkle. Make sure that Bryson Shirky is A-OK.
Jackson Earl on an 11-pitch at-bat earlier today in the second half of the game that we saw earlier.
Swings and fouls this one out of play down the right field line. Coming up will be the, 9th pitch of this at-bat? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th pitch of this at-bat.
And against Summersville in the 4th inning, it was an 11-pitch at-bat that ended in a called strike 3, but still a great at-bat nonetheless.
2-2 on the way, and that one misses high. It's a full count, 3-2.
Didn't miss by much, and we've seen Earl take a cut at a lot of them that miss right there. So I think catches a break.
Yeah, good frame job by Shirky, too. Just couldn't get the call from the umpire. And now this one misses up and away. There's ball 4. There you go. Nice at bat for Jackson Earl. 9 pitches, and he draws the base on balls. Leadoff batter aboard for a second straight at bat for Jefferson.
It's deja vu all over again.
Now it brings up Aubrey Hobson, starting left fielder, number 8 hitter in the order. Stands in that right-hand batter's box. Takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
An outside corner's been there. While it may not be a strike, it's at least been consistently there so far in this one. Small sample size so far, just 1 inning complete, but it's been there all game.
A 1 pitch fouled out of play. That went over into field A. No balls and 2 strikes. By the way, 0-0. They're in the second inning in that game on field A, and that has Man and Hurricane in the winner's bracket. What you would call, I guess, a semifinal, because the winner of that one will play for the state championship. 0-2 pitch misses high to Hobson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The loser's going to have to come back and face the winner of this game, and that will be tomorrow. 1-2 pitch fouled straight back. Hobson on that one, but just missed it. Came off the top of the bat and right through to the backstop. He'll step back in and await that 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Jet Gross due next, and nobody out, a runner at first. Top of the second, 2-0 Jefferson. Here's the pitch. On the outside corner, it's a called strike 3.
Yeah, it's been a strike all day, and both sides, the hitters are going to have to realize they're going to have to at least try to foul that pitch off, because it's been there, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
So now 1 out with a runner at first for Jet Gross. Number 9 hitter in the order, left-hand batter against the right-hand pitcher. Hinkle working from the windup and the pitch. And it misses high for ball 1. As the sun goes down, it's going to go down kind of behind us and to our right. We're seeing some shadows stretching out across the field from the left field corner over towards the right field corner. 1-0 pitch taken for a strike, now 1-1.
The good news about this field is none of the players, except for the batter a little bit right now and the catcher, are really being impacted. On the other field, I think most of the infield has got the sun in their eyes.
Swinging at the 1-1, Gross fouls it back to the screen. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jefferson in the dugout off the third base side as the visitor. White baseball pants, the maroon jersey tops. Jefferson in white across the front. for Barbersville in the field in the white baseball pants, white jersey tops with red lettering and trim. Swinging away, Gross sends one down the left field line into foul territory. A diving attempt made by Otzenberger, the left fielder, but he could not come up with it. It drops in as a foul ball.
Yeah, great effort by Otzenberger going down the line. I think from our angle, he was still a few feet away from it when he dove. But the effort was there, and why not? He probably knew it was going to be foul if it dropped.
Well, let's stand corrected. That's Eli McGinnis wearing a 21 who is over in left field now. So McGinnis making that diving effort. We've already had a substitution as the 1-2 pitch to Gross misses up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, something didn't seem right to me as I watched him make that dive, and that 21 is Eli McGinnis, who is now playing in left field. 2 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way, and it misses high for ball 3.
And Henkel's just not following through on the balls. He's pretty much standing straight up when he finishes, and the ones that he follows completely through and almost touches the dirt are the ones that are pounding the strike zone.
Payoff pitch due with a runner at first and 1 out. Here's that 3-2 delivery, and it misses high, and that's ball 4. A pair of walks in the inning, and 3 so far in the ball game for Hinkle. Runners at first and second with 1 away. We're back to the top of the order, and Miles Hoover. Time being taken. The manager for Barbersville, Evan Johnson, along with coaches Sean Bowles, it's Denny Ferguson and Ryan Ferguson. I have not met any of them, so not sure which one is out there right now, but one of the coaching staff out to settle things down.
41 pitches thrown so far through an inning and a third for Seth Hinkle. So even if he can get through this one, it's going to be, unless he can find the strike zone and get a lot of guys to put the ball in play quickly. And it looks like it may be a short outing for Mr. Hinkle in this one.
Well, he's already had 4 at-bats in which he has had to expend to 6 or more pitches just to try to retire those 4 batters. Standing in, Miles Hoover, he drew a walk to get things started back in that first inning, came around to score the first of 2 runs on the board right now for Jefferson. He squares around, shows bunt, pops that bunt up foul territory, a diving attempt by the catcher and could not come up with it. Oh, boy, great effort. I want to make sure of the number. I do see a 1-2. That is Shirky still in there at catcher, who came up the first base line in foul territory, fully extended on the dive, but could not get it.
Yeah, I think lucky for Barbersville, that one in foul territory, because that was awfully close to being popped up and bouncing right in fair territory. But a great effort by Shirky.
Time being taken.
And I think we have a case where Hinkle had not waited long enough and not allowed the ball to be put back in play. So our home plate umpire having a longer conversation than needed.
Well, he was explaining whatever the case was, making sure that the pitcher understood, and so now we'll get back to action with an 0-1 pitch due to Hoover, and here it comes. And that one misses, up and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. A pair of walks in the inning, sandwiched in between a strikeout, so 1 out with runners at first and second. Hoover, leadoff hitter in the order. Sam Hefner and Ryan Kelly do next. Hinkle with that 1-1. It misses up and in. Did it hit him? Yes, it did. It glanced off of the shoulder of Hoover, goes through to the backstop. The hit by pitch is going to load the bases.
A good situation for Jefferson right now, as we'll have another trip to the mound. And
it's going to be a pitching change.
Yeah, this is going to be it. Right now, Hinkle just doesn't have it. He can't seem to find the strike zone consistently, and already up at 44 pitches in this ballgame in just an inning and a third. So we're going to get a new pitcher, and again, unfortunately, just not the day for him.
Well, Matt, we understand in talking with some of the Man fans as we were leaving on Sunday, asking them, kind of how that 2-1 game played out, and they commented about a similar situation to this with walks and or hit batters that ultimately helped to produce the runs that led to Man getting a 2-1 victory in that one. So, the walks and hit batters certainly costly in the early going of this one right now for Barbersville, as Miles Hoover, who walked in the first, came around to score. And right now Jefferson has the bases loaded with just 1 out and without the benefit of a hit, a couple of walks and a hit batter.
I think it's Caden Vitato coming in to pitch moving over to first base, I believe, is going to be Riley Bowles, which I think would mean that Hinkle's going to move to third based on where he's standing on the mound and everything. But again, we know that coming into pitch, getting in his warm-up pitches right now is Caden Vitato.
Well, as he gets in those warm-up tosses, continues to stretch out a little bit. The left-hander beginning to work with his catcher, Bryson Shirkey. Let's take a 1-minute timeout, and then we will return. We are in the top of the second inning with Jefferson leading 2-0. So Riley Bowles is at first.
The National Maritime Center primary mission is to credential all U.S. mariners. We have approximately 250 employees here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Most people aren't aware of the quality of life here in Berkeley County. We have a lot of employees that are from the area. We obviously have folks that have to do tours here, and it's kind of a little bit of a hidden secret of how nice the quality of life is here.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
As Caden Vitato taking over on the mound, Sam Hefner will be the first batter that he will face. Facing Hefner with the bases loaded and just one out. Big lefty with the first pitch taken at the knees for strike one. Seth Hinkle now playing second base. Riley Bowles now playing first base. And it is Corey Otzenberger now playing at third base. Your defensive move. So one pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball towards the second baseman. Hinkle has it. He's going to the plate and in time to get the force out there. Now, they really weren't playing in on the play, but that ball quickly getting to Hinkle, and without hesitation, he turned and fired to the plate, and Jackson Earl is erased on the fielder's choice.
That's a great heads-up play. I thought for sure there was going to be a double play attempt, flipping the second and trying to go to first to get Hefner, but a great heads-up play by Hinkle to get that lead runner and preserve a run.
Yeah, the out goes 4-2, so now you've got runners still at each base as Hefner reaches on the fielder's choice. Ryan Kelly is the batter. He takes that first pitch. So Hefner aboard at first. Swing and a bouncer off the front foot of the batter. At second base, you've got Hoover and Gross, your runner at third. Fielder's choice ground ball going 4-2 to get the out at the plate and keep a run off the board. Ryan Kelly taking that pitch. I believe that was a strike, so 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Kelly, who had a double that deep into the right center field gap his first time up.
And that one a book rule double bouncing over the fence, and a great job right there on the mound by Vitato, just painting that outside corner.
Here's the pitch in on his hands, pops it foul. This one out of play, headed over towards field A, and it holds it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Couple of walks and a hit batter in the inning, a strikeout and a fielder's choice ground ball. A lot of action, but right now, no runs crossing. Jefferson holding on to that 2-0 lead. Again, a 1-2 pitch, and it misses high. Count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And right now, if you're Jefferson, if you want to look at this inning as successful, you need to get 1 run across. Bases loaded with 1 out. And to take at least a 3-0 lead, maybe more earlier in this game, would go a long way.
And we've got an airplane flying overhead and time being taken by the pitcher. Vitato stepping off and regathering his thoughts. And Ryan Kelly stepping back in.
Flyover's a little late today.
2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Here it comes. Again, a chopper foul at the plate. I think that one may have come off the front foot of the batter as well. So Kelly battling hard in there. Looking for a pitch he can drive. and bring in some runs with the bases loaded and 2 outs. 2-0 Jefferson, top half of inning number 2. Each of these teams already playing about a half of a ball game, finishing up suspended games from yesterday, winning those to reach this point. Again, that 2-2 pitch, a swinging a bouncing ball towards the second baseman. Hinkle has it, and the throw to first in time to get him.
Way to get out of a jam right there for Barbersville. Again, bases loaded, just 1 out, a pitching change. Good job, Abitato, coming in a sticky situation and able to get out of it.
Well, Jefferson threatens, but they do not score. They leave the bases loaded, and as we go to the bottom of the second, it remains Jefferson 2 and Barbersville nothing.
No hits.
What is his pitch total? 9.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
Evolving what we try to do as physicians and as a health system and organization is the mission of WVU Medicine, and it's an exciting mission to be a part of.
With the knowledge and the years of practice that they've put into this institution, they know a lot. They can help you, and they've helped me a lot.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
The National Maritime Center primary mission is to credential all U.S. mariners. We have approximately 250 employees here in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Most people aren't aware of the quality of life here in Berkeley County. We have a lot of employees that are from the area. We obviously have folks that have to do tours here, and it's kind of a little bit of a hidden secret of how nice the quality of life is here.
Well, let's see if that can be a momentum changer after giving up 2 in that top of the first inning and failing to score in the bottom of the first. Barbersville gets out of a jam in the top of the second inning. Bases were loaded with just 1 out, and Jefferson could not get a run in. Now Barbersville will come to the plate with the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due. They'll face Connor Smith, who in the first inning faced 4 batters, giving up a 2-out single. Otherwise, did a great job getting a ground out, a line out, and another ground out. Needed only 10 pitches, and 8 of those went for strikes.
Taking a little longer for him to get somebody to warm up with here in the inning with Sam Hefner on the base pads.
Yeah.
Much to the dismay of a couple fans sitting around us.
Hefner was at first after reaching on a fielder's choice. Took him a little extra time to get the gear on. So Caden Vitato making his way to the left-hand batter's box. Vitato awaits, and the pitch, and it's lifted in the air, foul, and will go out of play. That one down the left field line for strike 1. I think that one getting over the fence and into the football field. Great complex here at Little Creek Park.
Yeah, football/soccer field, and Vitato getting a good piece of metal on that one.
Well, and again, we get the same warning to our pitchers who are trying to pitch maybe a little too quickly, at least for the umpire's liking.
Well, I understand it to an extent, but at the same time, batter and pitcher in there ready. Umpires need to get ready, too.
Here's the pitch working down low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, it wasn't like the batter
I understand if the batter's barely getting in and the pitcher's coming. The batter and pitcher are ready to go. The umpire needs to get ready to go as well. He's got the easiest job. All he's got to do is squat back down.
The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch down low, bounces into the mitt of Hefner, and it's 2-1. Cade Johnson and Seth Hinkle due next. The 2-1 delivery. Smith lifts the leg, pauses, and misses down low and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. See if he can battle back.
Smith didn't deliver more than 1 ball in an at-bat in the first inning.
He's ready with that 3-1 pitch and misses down low and away. That is ball 4. Vitato drawing the base on balls will bring up Cade Johnson.
And so we have a Cade and a Cade in.
There is a Corey in there as well.
And a Cole.
A Cole for both teams. First pitch on the way to Cade Johnson, and that one misses just high ball 1, and that is now 5 out of 6 pitches missing the strike zone to start this half inning for Connor Smith. Trying to settle down just a little bit. Misses, well, what would have been high with this pitch, but it's delivered the other way as Johnson went after that high pitch and fouls it down the right field line, but foul only by a few feet.
Yeah, not by much. Again, a lot easier for us based on where we are in center field to see those foul lines when the ball hits in foul territory. Those black turf beads pop up, and I've seen a couple of balls down the line that haven't missed by much today.
And Johnson took that high outside pitch, tried to go the other way with it. Now the 1-1 delivery. Smith to the plate. Misses low and outside. 2 balls and a strike.
And you see Miles Hoover getting instruction from the dugout. He was playing about 8 steps in from the fence. His coaching staff said, hey, get up a little bit in case one flares in front of you. Everybody else playing pretty much normal depth right now.
Now the 2-1 pitch hit on a line past the diving Jackson Earl, the second baseman, to his left, fully extended on that dive, just couldn't get to it. Nice job by Hoover, the right fielder, to get in on it quickly and hold the base runners to one base. Votado goes to second. Johnson aboard at first with the single.
Yeah, and Votado had to freeze because Jackson Earl coming over, diving for that baseball, and we've seen Jackson Earl make plenty of those plays, so having to dive, it caused Votado to have to freeze on that one, not able to get first or third on that base hit.
Seth Henkel is the due batter. I'm wondering if we may get a special pinch runner as the manager has gone to the
now we're going to get a
press
pinch
box.
Hitter.
Yeah.
Or not. We don't know what we're doing here.
Not sure if he realized Henkel was his batter, and maybe that's the case. He thought he was going to bring in someone else in a given situation and then decided, no, wait a minute, I do want Henkel to hit.
Apparently the name and the number on the back of the jersey didn't give it away at first.
Seth Henkel, number 7 hitter in the order, swings at the first pitch, sends a soft flare in the hole between third and short, and a great backhand stab by Ryan Kelly, the shortstop, arranging to his right, reaching across his body, pulls it in.
Yeah, and a great snag, and Henkel swinging away, and I'm sure off the bat he probably thought that was going to be a single into left field, and the bases were going to be loaded. Not sure that Votado would have scored if that one had got into the outfield, but still would have been nice, bases loaded, no outs.
Brings up C.J. Grimes, who will take strike one. Good pitch from Connor Smith on that outside corner. 1 down now with runners at first and second. Grimes awaiting the 0-1 delivery. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. It is 0-2. Votado dancing off the base out at second. Ryan Kelly, the shortstop, ducking in behind him. Now that 0-2 pitch on the way. Here it comes, and it's lifted in the air down the right field line, headed into foul territory, and it hits on the warning track and up against the fence, a foul ball. Hoover had no chance to get there. Jackson Earl, the second baseman, going out, showing some speed.
No ball that I think is out of play for Jackson Earl.
No. He's going to give it his best to get to anyone that he feels is in his range. But he just couldn't get to that one. Now we have time taken as our manager for Barboursville back down out of that third base coach's box, having a conference with our
close, intimate conference, it looks like.
Home plate umpire. Arm on back, arm on shoulder. Now our plate umpire making his way over towards the Jefferson dugout.
I think we may be having a conversation about the chirping and noises from the dugout. I think that's the only thing that could possibly be going on right now based on both managers being talked to, but you would think that it would be a quick, shorter conversation than this, and more just a warning down each dugout to, hey, hush up a little bit.
Well, and perhaps that's what it was, a quick conference with Chris Kinsler, the manager for Jefferson. He goes right back into the dugout. Doesn't seem that anything major has gone on. Our plate umpire going to the backstop, and I believe talking with one of our tournament officials who's
maybe saying, hey, a warning's been issued to both benches.
It could be. That official kind of lingering back and forth between the two fields. And now after all that, let's play some baseball. 0-2 pitch, and Grimes will ground it towards the second baseman. Earl has it, goes to second for one. Kelly looks at first and now turns and looks at the runner at third. Furtado able to advance from second to third. Johnson is erased on the fielder's choice that goes 4-6. The second out of the inning coming at second base. C.J. Grimes reaching at first, putting runners at the corners.
Now the first run of the game for Barbersville, just 60 feet away, rather.
And with 2 outs, so it's up to Grady Painter to try to make something happen, and he takes strike one.
The sun now going down behind the trees over left field, and our field, for the most part, except deep down the right field line, completely shaded. I'm sure the lights will be on here any minute.
Here comes the pitch, and a bunt attempt by our batter. That one fouled off through to the backstop, and the count to Painter, no balls and 2 strikes.
See the new rule that Major League Baseball's kind of playing around with, that with 2 strikes, you would get 2 foul balls while a bunt, and the first one wouldn't be strike 3.
0-2 on the way, and that one high and outside, now 1-2. So in other words, well, and with the throw back to the pitcher, Grimes, the runner at first, has just stolen second base. No throw made by Jefferson, willing to concede that base. Here comes the pitch, and the fastball sails high, and it's 2-2. So I'm at the plate. I'm trying to lay down the bunt.
You got a 1-2 count on you.
I take a strike. Then I bunt it foul. The next pitch, my coach says, or manager in this case, says, keep bunting. I bunt it foul again. I'm not out.
Correct.
Fastball high and outside, and Painter, after being behind in the count, 0-2, is now ahead in the count as a payoff pitch coming from Connor Smith. The 3-2 delivery, lifts the leg, the pitch, and it is on the inside corner for the called strike 3. Painter gets caught looking and goes down on strikes. Boy, that is a tough pitch.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to do anything with, and again, you kind of just have to watch that one go by, because that's a tough one even to get a little bit of the bat on to fight off.
Well, that brings the inning to a close for Barbersville. They will get a couple of base runners on a walk and a single. They will leave them stranded and both in scoring position at second and third. We'll head to the third when we come back with your score. Still Jefferson 2 and Barbersville nothing.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
Still a 2-0 lead for Jefferson as they will come to the plate. Top half of inning number 3. Matt Miller, Matt Crawford with you. Logan Nichols, our engineer, back at the studio. Stepping in with your play-by-play, here's Matt.
2 runs in the top of the first inning for Jefferson. A leadoff walk by Miles Hoover. He would eventually come around to third on a ground rule double, a book rule double by Ryan Kelly. That bounced over the center field fence. A error by the second baseman at that point. C.J. Grimes would score a 1 run. That was Miles Hoover, also bringing around Ryan Kelly, and that's all the runs we have to date in this one. In the last couple of days, not a whole lot of offense to talk about in any of the games we've done.
No, it's been good pitching and solid defense for the most part. We saw some run production on day one, really from both of these teams. 9 runs for Jefferson, 11 for Barbersville, but since that time, fewer runs.
First pitch to Connor Smith, fouls off out of play down the dugout on the third base line. The visitor dugout belonging to Jefferson. That is strike 1. Caden Vitato is still on the mound. He came in with 1 down in the top of inning number 2 after Seth Henkel just struggled to find the strike zone 44 pitches early. Here's a shot that's going to be down for a single into right field for Connor Smith, and he's on with a leadoff single.
Yeah, nice job. Waited just long enough as Potato threw him a changeup or a curveball of some sort. It kind of hung out over the plate, and Smith able to hold back just long enough to line that one into right field.
And now all 3 innings, the leadoff batter aboard for Jefferson. It helped him in the first inning, and nothing doing. In inning number 2, they left the bases loaded as the lights have now been turned on here at Little Creek Park. The Rock, the sports complex. Standing in is Cole Smith as he takes ball 1 low and away. Light's not going to take full effect here for probably another half inning or so, although the sun's setting quickly behind the trees in the mountains to our right. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. Up with it is Cole Ferguson. He'll go to second for 1. Holding it is Hinkle, and it'll be a ground ball fielder's choice off the bat of Cole Smith. 1 down now here in the top of inning number 3 on the fielder's choice. That'll go 6-4.
Yeah, just not hit hard enough to try to turn 2, and a good decision by Cole Ferguson. The shortstop didn't rush it and, try to think 2 and then make an errant throw. He made sure he made a good throw to Hinkle covering at second. Hinkle turned and realized he didn't have a play, held on to the baseball. In that case, make sure of 1 and leave that runner at first base.
That'll now bring up Brady Roberts. I think Bryson Shirkey having a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction, having to get those shin guards reattached. Now ready for baseballs. Vitato comes set. Now ready. The first pitch to Brady Roberts. Bounces low and inside. That's going to get away from the catcher. A throw down to second base. And in safely on the slide is Cole Smith, barely beating the tag applied by Cole Ferguson.
Yeah, that was one heck of a play by Shirkey to grab that baseball quickly, and he threw a strike to the shortstop covering, but that was just a very good slide by Smith as he was able to, I believe, avoid that tag. That tag looked like it came in the upper leg or hip area, and the foot was already at the base.
And I believe one of the coaches from Barbersville wants our umpires to get together, but the field umpire at second, the really only person with a view on that play. So not sure how this one could get overturned. I'm with you. I think that Cole Smith got in and beat the tag. And you saw Cole Ferguson have to go more in front of the bag than I think he wanted to, which I think is the difference in that being an out or safe. And the call is going to be safe at second base, so a runner down scoring position is Cole Smith for Jefferson.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Ferguson caught that out in front of second base and then had to really reach or lunge back to try to apply the tag, and that is what that little bit of time is what provided the opportunity for Cole Smith to get the foot to the bag.
And now conversation going on at the dugout, and our first base umpire and our home plate umpire needing to make his presence felt, sprinting from behind the plate to
make sure that everything was okay. He's the crew chief, so he's taking over in that situation, making sure what that conversation was about and trying to get action back underway. Let's play some baseball.
1-0 the count to Brady Roberts as that first pitch bounced away from the catcher Shirkey.
Hey, get a feeling this is an elimination game?
Yeah, here comes that 1-0 pitch. A called strike 1 on the outside corner. Yeah, I think everybody just a little bit more on edge.
Yes, absolutely. The winner of this one gets a chance to play tomorrow. Still with a chance, although they're going to have to win out already coming out of the elimination bracket, but still a chance for a state championship.
Here comes that 1-1 to Roberts. A swing and a miss. And Brady Roberts down behind on the count 1-2. Going on field A right now. I'm trying to see if I can get a gauge on who's the home and away team. I don't know if you could tell when you were getting lineups earlier. The home team in the third inning with that 2-0 lead on field A. That's between Man and Hurricane. Here comes that 1-2 pitch, low and away, ball 2, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I do not know which team is home or visitor. I have not really been able to pick that up myself.
Both teams red, which isn't helping. Could you see a couple of red caps in the dugout that we can see as there's that 2-2 pitch at Chopper right in front of the plate. Shirkey up with it, fires to first, and a great play by Shirkey as he makes a phenomenal throw about 4 feet in front of home plate down to Riley Bowles at first base. Moving to third on that ground ball is Cole Smith. He rounded third and had to dive back in as a good heads-up play by Bowles to fire over to Otzenberger at third base, but now a runner at third base, 2 down on the ground out by Brady Roberts.
Boy, that is one heck of a play from Shirky. He barehanded that one as he popped up out of that catcher position, ran out and got it, and really almost in one motion, barehanded and threw almost underarm, a sidearm style to get that throw to first.
And the makings of what could be a very, very good catcher in the future.
Yes.
First pitch to Jackson Earl, catches the outside corner, strike one. No surprise he took that one. I don't think I've seen him swing at a first pitch strike all tournament. Had a one pitch fouled off right behind home plate, strike two, a 9-pitch at bat for Jackson Earl in the second. Again, earlier today in the resumption of the game that started yesterday, a 11-pitch at bat for Jackson Earl. Here comes that 0-2 pitch from Vitato. This one grounded right back to Vitato at the plate. Fires over to first and gets Jackson Earl by a step, and that will be out 3. So Connor Smith led it off with a single, but nothing doing in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. When we come back, it's Jefferson 2, Barbersville 0.
No runs.
It's the late nights. It's the early mornings. It's working in the sunshine and rain and snow. It's the dedication, the care, the hours of training that led to the winner's circle. It's our job, our passion, our lives. We are the Horsemen.
Blue Ridge Community and Technical College. Integrated directly with economic and workforce needs of the region, our programs are learner-centered and essential to the needs of a fast-paced global economy. To schedule a visit or to learn more, go to blueridgectc.edu. Take possibility to new heights. Ascend the ridge today. Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
Welcome back into Little Creek Park, the Rock Sports Complex, a really impressive sports complex for youth athletes here in South Charleston. And you'd never know all this was back here. It is off the beaten path. Go into Little Creek Park, and the instructions is basically look for the signs that say the Rock and go back. And it's, about 8 minutes from the main road coming back here, and a turf football / soccer field. And that is definitely a youth league field, and then 2 Little League baseball fields, all look like brand new turf that's been laid down within the last year or two, and just a phenomenal complex here that I'm sure the kids of South Charleston, and really the kids from around the state this week, have been able to take advantage of.
Yeah, and various other fields and other parks around the park, including even a soapbox derby track. You've got plenty of pavilions and things as well that folks can come in and enjoy for picnics. The only thing is, be careful on the road. You can get lost.
Yeah, Matt's showing us the soapbox derby track twice yesterday because he wanted to take the scenic route.
It's just a long way to get to the fields here.
Play back in Bryson Shirky. This steps in, takes ball 1 upstairs and away. Connor Smith still out on the mound for Jefferson. We have him at 30 pitches, now 31, as he enters the bottom of inning number 3. Here comes that 1-0 pitch from Connor Smith. There's strike 1 on the outside corner.
Yeah, he'd thrown 18 for strikes coming in, so now 31 total, 19 for strikes. Has given up 1 walk, has struck out 1, has let his defense play behind him.
Here comes that 1-1 pitch. This one fouled off, out of play, getting on to field A. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I wonder how many of these foul balls have made it into fair territory on that field.
I don't know, but it certainly has had the umpires over there going, time, and they get that ball off and get back to action.
And again, we've not had 1 hit onto our field so far.
I think the difference is
that 1-2 pitch from Shirky. It's a ground ball to Jackson Earl at second base. He's up with it, fires to first, and gets Shirky by a step. Great stretch by Jet Gross. 1 down here at the bottom of inning number 3.
I'm thinking the difference is more balls head probably over onto Field A than Field A here to Field B, because in Little League Baseball you see a lot more balls fouled out of play off of which side? The right field side or the first base side, because batters may tend to be a little bit later on pitches as opposed to guys maybe being early on pitches. Now, I get it. You can get some left-hand hitters that may send one the other way, but you also don't see as many left-hand batters as you see right-hand batters at this level.
First pitch from Connor Smith in for strike one against the number 2 batter, who I believe is the Corey Otzenberger.
It is. Went from left field to playing third base.
Here comes that 0-1 pitch. That one well outside and below the knees. Count even 1 ball, 1 strike. A line out to Jackson Earl was Otzenberger's first at-bat of this ball game. The second at-bat of the day for Barbersville. Here comes that 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 called on the outside corner.
I always like when the Washington Nationals do this. They spell the name and have the ding at the end. So that's Otzenberger. That's Otzenberger. Otzenberger. Ding. There you go.
You're in your own little world over there, aren't you?
Thanks for joining me.
Well, hopefully we're here for another couple of days. Here in South Charleston, following Jefferson as far as they may go. Here comes that 1-2 pitch to Otzenberger. It is lifted into shallow infield, and Jackson Earl coming in. He and Jet Gross almost colliding coming over. Jet Gross and Jackson Earl had the gloves up, and I think Earl may have just jabbed him in the stomach real quick or something, because Jet Gross immediately dropped that left hand, or make that the right hand, the gloves on for the lefty, and Earl making the catch. Boy, he really does roam anywhere on that side of the field he wants to, doesn't he?
He does, and he made the play. He and Gross having a little laugh about it right now as they get that second out of the inning.
Earl said, "My ball." Ball 1 upstairs and a little away to Cole Ferguson. Ball 1 in the at-bat. Ferguson a single up the middle with 2 down in the bottom of inning number 1. 1 of 2 hits so far in the game for Barbersville. That one a swing and a miss on a ball that was below the knees, helping out Connor Smith. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike.
That ball had some late drop to it, though. You get the idea. The batter's thinking that's going to be around knee high, and then as he swings, it's at his ankles.
Here comes that 1-1. This one lifted again to that right side of the infield. Jackson Earl will camp under it and make the catch. He's responsible for all 3 putouts in the inning.
Did you see Jet Gross? He immediately went down the line and got away from him and made sure Jackson Earl had all the room he needed.
He said, "Buddy, that is yours." So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Connor Smith here in the bottom of the third. We'll go to the top of the fourth. When we come back, it's Jefferson 2, Barbersville 0. He's funny.
Whether you need business cards, banners, magnets, office stationery, or perma material, Panhandle Printing and Design can make it happen. Call 304-267-7400 for a quote, or visit us on the web at panhandleprintdesign.com.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
How more times is that plane going to fly over? 5 o'clock Charlie. Welcome back in. Top of inning number 4, Jefferson. The 2-0 lead. And in similar fashion to what they've done a lot in this tournament, those runs coming early in the ball game. Seen that a lot through the 3 games, this game number 4 that we've called from down here. And really, you go back to the district and area tournament, a lot of those runs coming early in the game. They have slowly gotten away from the big inning, which is what we saw in that area and district tournament. It seems like anybody who won a game in either one of those tournaments coming up to the state tournament just had one big inning, and that was the defining moment in that ball game. These more well-rounded games start to finish.
Well, if this stays the way that it is, do you consider that first inning a big inning? 2 runs. It was 2-0.
It makes it the biggest of the game. Let's put it that way. It'll be Aubrey Hobson set to step in. Actually make that Tanner Lukens set to step in.
Yeah, opportunity to begin to get some of the substitutes there at bats. So Lucan's helping out defensively, I believe, in that last half inning. I believe I saw him. Well, actually, yeah, has been in left field for the last half inning.
So Lucan steps in, the big right-handed batter, takes ball one outside. Caden Vitato still on the mound for Barbersville.
He's pitched well.
Yeah, definitely found the zone a lot easier than Seth Hinkle. Here comes that 1-0. That does catch the outside part of the zone. Strike one. That outside part of the strike zone to right-handed batters especially.
Yep.
Expanding about 3 or 4 inches off the plate. Here comes that 1-1. There's strike two looking for Tanner Lukens. Very similar location. About even with the chalk in that left-handed batter's box.
Yeah, and again, you've got to realize it as a batter and be prepared. If that pitch is going to be a strike out there, you got to try to find a way to get the bat on it and take it the other way.
The 1-2 pitch from Vitato, and Lukens trying to do just that and send it the other way. A late swing that fouls off into the fence right in front of the home dugout. Pitch number 5 of this at-bat upcoming. The 1-2 again from Vitato. Here it is. A breaking ball in the outside corner. Dribbler back to Vitato on the mound. He will fire over to first. Briley Bowles hauling it in. And Tanner Lukens retired for the first out of the inning.
Again, a very good mix of his pitches. Vitato has the batter off balance and gets that weak little roller off the third base side of the mound, and he's able to make the play.
And how many batters have we seen retired so far for both teams that have gone 1-3 or 2-3? There's balls that haven't come very hard off the bat. Haven't seen a whole lot of bunts, just balls that have been cue balled off the end of the batters, not hit very strongly. Jet Gross up now as he takes ball 1 outside.
Gross out of the number 9 spot in the order, looking to get something started. Drew a walk his first time up.
Here comes that 1-0 pitch. Ducks out of the way to ball high and inside to the lefty. Now 2 balls, no strikes to the batter.
2 runs not enough. You got to try to keep that offense going. Back-to-back innings where they've been held scoreless, and they've left 5 on base and 3 in scoring position. So Jefferson has missed some opportunities.
Here comes that 2-0 from Vitato. This one fouled off down the third base line, right in front of the visitor dugout belonging to Jefferson. A couple of coaches having to bounce out of the way. Count 2 balls, 1 strike now to Gross. It's a 7-pitch at-bat in the second for Gross. Found his way on, hoping to do it again. Here comes pitch number 4 on the 2-1 pitch, and that one a strike below the knees, and I only had a 2-1 pitch.
I'm with you. They had 2-2 on the scoreboard.
And now the umpire coming from first base. Going to come in. Yeah, I believe that's only a 2-2 count.
That's what I'm thinking as well. I think the plate umpire now checking upstairs because the scoreboard had a 2-2 as well. So there's something wrong on the scoreboard, and Gross will step back in with a count of 2 balls and 2 strikes.
See, I think they had just put 2-2 up by the time we looked over, and then they cleared it. So, yeah, 2-2, still 1 down. Jet Gross steps back in. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. That one high and outside, ball 3. Count now, runs full.
Well, same situation. Gross was in that second inning. Fouled one off before drawing the base on balls.
Here comes the payoff pitch on the 3-2 from Vitato. That one low and away, ball 4, and Jet Gross reaches for the second time today on a base on balls.
We can talk about getting a reprieve. You're heading back to the dugout thinking, I just struck out, but I didn't think that was strike 3. They corrected. Nope, it is 2-2, and now you're at first base having drawn the walk.
And how about the at-bats from Jet Gross? 13 pitches total and has drawn 2 walks. We'll now have a pinch hitter at the top of the order. It'll be Xander Granados pinch hitting for Miles Hoover. The second pinch hitter of this inning. Here in the 4th. First pitch to Granados. Misses low, ball 1.
Yeah, down and in. Granados put the bat out there as though he might try to bunt, then pulled it back out of the way. And the count at 1 ball and no strikes.
There's a check throw back down to first. Jet Gross back in safely on the dive, and again, another quick pause in action. Granados now steps back in. The righty ready for that 1-0 pitch. Here it comes. Strike one on the outside corner.
Now, Granados here would love to find a way to advance that base runner. Get this ball in play. Force that defense to make a play. So far, one error committed by Barbersville in this one. Helped to lead to the 2 runs in that first inning.
That 1-1 pitch, grounded right back to the pitcher. Vitado back to second, and beating the throw out at first base is Xander Granados. Barbersville thought they had turned the double play. It was a good flip to Cole Ferguson at shortstop by Vitado on the mound. But Granados just able to beat out the throw as Riley Bowles can't believe it at first.
A bang-bang play, but the umpire signaling safe. The play going 1-6 as Ferguson caught it at second base and made that pivot. It was a good one, a very, very close play. And now we have Shirky, the catcher, making his way over towards the dugout off the first base side. Now we've got the manager out to ask of the first base umpire, I guess, if he will go down and talk with our plate umpire. Our plate umpire going to get together, and I'm not sure I understand always the need for this.
I was going to say, the first base umpire has the best view of this play. I don't know what our home plate umpire can see that the person staring straight at the bag is not going to see.
So we have a quick conference, and the call will stand. Safe.
So we've seen the umpires get together twice now, and neither time the call's been overturned. Again, with no instant replay, and I'm not vying for instant replay at this level, but with no instant replay, you are very rarely going to see somebody go, yeah, that was a bad call. Guys are in the right position right now to make certain calls, and you got to trust those calls are being made. Sam Hefner now steps in with 2 down. Runner at first base. Takes strike one on the outside corner.
Well, Hefner, the real hero, if you will, in game 1 today, as he went 2 for 2, a double, a triple, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Reached on a fielder's choice in one at bat, has struck out in the other, so he's officially 0 for 2 in this game.
The 0-1 to Hefner, lifted into shallow right field. Moving back onto the second baseman, Henkel, and he won't make it. It's going to drop in for a single. Moving to third is Granados. And then with a single is Sam Hefner. That one into shallow right field. Moving in on it was Painter, and Henkel moving back. And I think each thought the other was going to either come back or go in to make that play.
Yeah, it may have been a little bit of a miscommunication, or at least a misthought in one mind or the other, that one might be able to get there, or the other thinking they would get there, and Painter just couldn't get in fast enough. Henkel going out kind of backed out of the way of that one, and it dropped in.
Brings up Ryan Kelly, who takes ball 1 low and inside, and another good opportunity for Kelly. Already a ground rule double, or a book rule double in this game back in the first. Just come around to score a run. Is 1 for 2 in this game as he smacks one down that right field line. Foul. That one's smacking several leaves off the trees. There's 4 trees in between the 2 fields going down the line, and that one with some zip on it.
Yeah. Saw some leaves flying and some people moving. Get out of the way of that one.
Also being serenaded with some gunshots behind us.
There's a shooting range somewhere.
Only in West Virginia. You have Little League in front of you and gunshots behind you. God bless America. 1-1 the count to Ryan Kelly. He had a good at-bat, a 7-pitch at-bat back in the second. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one fouled off again. That one going to get into the field of play in Field A. Count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The number 3 batter in the order.
Tell you what, neither one of those have been balls that he's been able to keep in fair territory, but he has made some pretty good contact on both of those last 2 pitches.
Here comes the 1-2 from Batata to Ryan Kelly. This one a ground ball down the third base line and foul right next to that third base bag.
Yeah, that one he was a little bit out in front of, but was able to, get the bat on it and live to see another pitch.
5th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. The 15th pitch total that Ryan Kelly has seen so far in this game. This one a ground ball to the shortstop. Ferguson up with it, fires across the first and gets Ryan Kelly by a step. Cole Ferguson, I was afraid he waited a little bit too long to take on that baseball. Made a great throw for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th when we come back. Jefferson still holding on to that 2-0 lead. The bottom of the 4th coming up next. This is Little League Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Whether you need business cards, banners, magnets, office stationery, or promo material, Panhandle Printing and Design can make it happen. Call 304-267-7400 for a quote, or visit us on the web at panhandleprintdesign.com.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
Whether you need business cards, banners, magnets, office stationery, or promo material, Panhandle Printing and Design can make it happen. Call 304-267-7400 for a quote, or visit us on the web at panhandleprintdesign.com.
Still trying to fight some of the fun difficulties of a game in the pouring rain yesterday, with the wet score sheets that we had to continue to write on in the first game today, followed by, I think, probably some water getting into some of our equipment. And it's a fun time when you're calling Little League Baseball and stuck in a tent out in center field. But at least some very good weather today, and we've seen some good baseball today. As we're in the bottom of inning number 4, Barbersville looking to strike something on the scoreboard. Down 2-0, 2-0 to score in both games going on at the Rock here right now. Again, in Field A, they don't have a confirmation on who's home or away, but right now the home team on Field A, the 2-0 advantage.
And it is Man who has the 2-0 advantage over Hurricane in that one.
Hurricane already getting a win over this Jefferson team earlier this week.
And that was a 2-0 score.
That was a 2-0 game. Deuces are wild.
We had one's wild earlier in game 1. Deuce is wild now.
Caden Vitato, a swing at the first pitch he sees, fouls that one off into the Man Hurricane game.
Actually, that's Bowles first, then Vitato. Riley Bowles out of the number 4 spot
Riley
in
Bowles
the order.
swings and fouls off the first pitch he sees. Here comes that 0-1 pitch to Bowles. Strike 2 called in the outside corner.
Well, again, if you know the umpire's giving you that pitch and you can try to consistently hit it, I know it's hard sometimes to hit your spots at 12 years of age, but these guys have done a very nice job of working that outside part of the plate.
Here comes Connor Smith with the 0-2. That one well outside. Hefner having to sprawl out just to keep it in front of him. Counting out 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Getting late in this one. Game goes 6, so this is one of 3 at-bats left for Barbersville. Right now with that 2-0 lead in the heart of your order up, you'd like to see something happen here.
That 1-2 pitch again misses well outside. That one also above the letters. Count now even 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we're back to deuces being wild. Here's that break-even pitch at 2-2. This one lifted into center field. Roberts moving over on it, and he will make the catch in center field on the run. Good job, Brady Roberts, moving to his left, making that play. Granado's coming over to back up, but a great job by Roberts.
Yeah, seemed to read that one very well off the bat and had it tracked nicely. Got over there into really right center by the time he tracked it down to make the catch.
Now, let's bring up Caden Vitato.
Okay.
Does that sound good to you?
Works for me.
The lefty steps in, facing the lefty on the mound, Connor Smith. Here comes that first pitch, high outside, ball 1.
By the way, Vitato, Vitatoe.
Ding, 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 ding.
Just one ding.
1-0 the count. Here comes that 1-0 pitch out of the windup for Connor Smith. That one up high is Vitato. It hit the deck a bit. Not sure it was completely necessary. Looked over the heart of the plate just a bit high, but wanted to make sure that head was clear. That's quickly Smith with that 2-0. And there's one ripped into right field, and that's going to be down for a single. Vitato in with a 1-out base hit. He is on for the second time in this ball game. Now 1 for 1 with a walk.
third hits in this one for Barbersville, and each has been a single, a two-out single in the first, a single with nobody out in the second, and a single now with one out in this fourth inning. But each base runner has been stranded as they have left 3-2 in scoring position.
And a ball very well hit by Votado. That one, no doubt about it. It's still climbing, going over the infielders. Brings up Cade Johnson. Takes that one high, ball one. A little bit of life now coming out of the Barbersville dugout after that hot shot by Votado. 1-0, and this one a hot shot, and Ryan Kelly makes a great snag, and he'll double up. Caden Votado, who was off as he thought that one was going to drop into left field for a single. Ryan Kelly making a very acrobatic snag in shallow left field and doubling up Votado. Good. A snag by Jet Gross at first. So a one-out single by Caden Votado. He gets doubled up. The score will remain 2-0. Only 2 innings left in this ballgame, scheduled to go 6. We'll go to the top of the 5th. When we come back, it's Jefferson 2, Barbersville 0.
If you've been involved in an accident, it's important that you hire your lawyer sooner rather than later. I'm Andrew Skinner. Witnesses' memories fade, evidence disappears or is repaired. Too much time passing can affect your case and make it much more difficult. Don't let an insurance company string you along and lead you to believe they're going to protect you if you just wait. They don't want to protect you, so don't wait. Call or text today for a free consultation. Skinner Law Firm. We treat you like family.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Top of the 5th inning. Jefferson still clinging to that 2-0 lead they've held since the first half inning of this ballgame, the top of the first. Since then in the scorebook, plenty of chances for both teams, but goose eggs where it matters in that inning-by-inning score summary. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, still some warm-up pitches going on our field, and something big going on in field A as the crowd to their feet. And that ball game just getting tied up between Hurricane and Man in the 5th inning. That one now tied up at 2. So Hurricane tying it up at 2 late, and boy, have they been the team to come back late in games so far in this tournament, or at least score their runs. Not necessarily come back, but score their runs late in the ball game so far in this state tournament. Well, it'll be Connor Smith up to bat first here in the 5th, backing through play-by-play. Here's Matt Miller.
On the first pitch of the at-bat, missing inside, going through to the backstop. That is ball one. Yeah, Hurricane with a couple, evening that one over there. Hurricane and Man in a 2-2 tie. The loser of that one gets the winner of this one right here, and that will be tomorrow. Here comes a pitch to the plate, a swing and a miss. Count to Smith evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. Smith reached on an error in the first, did get a run batted in, as a runner from third would have scored no matter what. The other run, though, scores as a result of the error. Swing and a miss at the 1-1, now a ball and 2 strikes. He then singled into right in the 3rd inning. So he's been on base each of his 2 times up. Awaits that 1-2 from Votado. Here it comes, and he bounces it foul at the plate.
Well, out in front of that one was Connor Smith, just lucky to get a piece of it.
Yeah, bounced it right down into the artificial surface. You know, the one thing I haven't paid much attention to as we have walked by, is home plate actually a home plate like you would see on a regular dirt field, or is it simply an impression in?
I don't think, because if you look, there's no elevation.
It doesn't seem to be. I agree with you.
So I think it's just painted on there. The bases are real bases.
The 1-2 pitch, and it is lifted high, deep, and foul. That one over into field A off the first base side. Count remaining at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's another one of those off-speed pitches that Smith drilled for a single back in the 3rd inning. This go-around just couldn't quite wait long enough. He was out in front. Votado ready. Here comes the pitch in this lefty-lefty matchup, and it is a called strike 3. Wow, a bit of a delayed call from our plate umpire, Smith, caught looking for out number 1. Looked like that one may have been up and away. We've seen a little more of that outside corner against the right-hand batter, but not as much against the left-hand batter. First strikeout for Votado.
Still one with 2 strikes. I think you have to try to fight off and see another pitch.
Cole Smith ready to swing here in this top of the 5th inning. 2-0. Jefferson with the lead. Smith first pitch swinging, grounds it to the third baseman, and the low throw from Ostenberger ends up going by the first baseman and to the fence, and making his way towards third and getting there standing will be the batter, Cole Smith.
Cole Smith almost overrunning third base on that relay. Had to really throw the brakes on without overrunning the bag, as the relay throw to Ostenberger got there quick.
Otzenberger made a good made a good pickup on the ground ball. But then as he made that throw, it was a bit low and wide of the bag. Riley Bowles really reaching for it, but could not get it. It went by him and into foul territory, where Grady Painter had to go pick it up and get it back to the infield. I believe we're going to have a re-entry. No, I apologize. That's Brady Roberts, who is standing in. I was looking at the wrong number on my score sheet. Brady Roberts is the due batter, and he is standing there with a runner at third and just 1 out. And the infield drawn in. They'll try to cut down the run at the plate if they can. Swinging a ground ball, foul, first base side. Roberts with an inside-out swing. Fouled that one off the facing of the home dugout. That's the Barbersville dugout up the first base line.
And with the way this game's going, it wouldn't surprise me if you saw a bunt laid down here to try to get that third run across. I know Roberts a little bit of pop in that bat, but would not surprise me at this point in the game.
Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a belt-high strike on that outside corner.
Now it would surprise me with 2 strikes.
Yeah, nothing.
I retract my last statement.
Jurors, please do not consider that last statement. Now an 0-2 pitch due. Votado steps off the pitching rubber. Roberts will step out of the batter's box. Both will regather themselves and get ready for action, with Cole Smith standing at third and 1 out. 2-0 Jefferson, but a chance to add to the lead, a run just 60 feet away. Here's the pitch, a swing and a miss, and Roberts down on strikes.
And that's a big strikeout and a big second out in the inning. As now Barbersville with a ground ball or a fly ball wouldn't have to worry about Cole Smith standing at third base. Just get the out and the inning's over.
Yep, 2 down as it brings up Jackson Earl, second baseman, number 7 hitter in the order. He is 0 for 1, walking in the second inning and bouncing out to the pitcher in the third inning. Votado to the plate with a called strike on the outside corner.
I know you're going to be surprised. Jackson Earl took strike 1.
Can't believe it. He has had some really good at-bats.
Phenomenal at-bats today.
Stands in and swings and fouls this one. Got just a piece of it. Count now, no balls, 2 strikes.
Man, as that sun's going down here, there's a little bit of a fall and spring feel in the air, isn't it?
It is nice after the
fantastic out here right now weather-wise.
105-degree heat indexes on Saturday and Sunday. Pitch in the dirt, bounces right up into the mitt of Shirky. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's in the turf, Matt.
Yeah, I forget. There is turf all the way around. The only dirt is on the mound. If he spikes one in the dirt, he missed way short. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. Worked that outside edge again. Jackson Earl could not make contact, and how do you like that? I'm looking back through my numbers. Not a strikeout for Caden Votado through the first 2 innings that he worked, and he strikes out the side here in this 5th. He gets the job done, able to pitch around the error that gave Jefferson a runner at third with only 1 out. They cannot get him in, and for Jefferson, an issue in this one has been leaving runners on base. They still have the lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Jefferson 2 and Barbersville nothing.
Hi, this is Delegate Paul Espinosa. In 1954, the first president of Little League Baseball wrote the Little League Pledge that I and my fellow participants have recited for 65 years. I trust in God, I love my country, and will respect its laws. I will play fair and strive to win, but win or lose, I will always do my best. As a Youth League umpire, I'd say those words are still right down the middle of the plate. I wish all of our Jefferson County Little Leaguers the best of luck in their pursuit of a state championship. Paid for by Espinosa for Delegate, Mary C. Espinosa, Treasurer.
Car and truck accidents can lead to surgery, physical therapy, missed work, piles of medical bills, and even permanent disability. I'm Andrew Skinner, and if you've been hurt in a car or truck accident, give Skinner Law Firm a call or a text for a free consultation. The best time to deal with hiring a lawyer is before you give a statement to an insurance company. Waiting can just make it harder to get compensation. Let us help you. Skinner Law Firm, where we treat you like family.
Connor Smith toes the pitching rubber. Should be Seth Henkel that he will face, although for Barbersville, still some guys that they have got to get to the plate. And from our vantage point as we look in from the outfield, kind of hard sometimes to see those batter numbers, and that looks to be a 2-4, and it is.
What good?
No, Watt.
What good?
That's W-H-A-T-T.
I know, just having a little fun.
And then good, G-O-O-D.
One of the more unique names we've seen. Simple but unique names we've seen down here. What good?
What good, a right-hand batter, going to step in to get this bottom of the fifth inning started out of the number 7 spot in the order. Connor Smith delivers a called strike one. And Smith has really pitched well in this one through 4 innings, has given up just 3 hits, has walked only 1, has struck out only 1. The defense has done a nice job behind him. Here's the pitch, and it is popped foul back out of play. Count no balls and 2 strikes.
And just 53 pitches now thrown after that one was fouled off to good. So I don't see a reason why he would have to come out of the game for the pitch count unless something were to change drastically offensively for Barbersville.
Here's a pitch down in the turf. Bounces away from Hefner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now you're getting it.
You would think I would have gotten it after the first 3 days, but and the turf surface the only reason we played any baseball yesterday.
Yeah, turf surface probably one of the few reasons we're playing baseball today with as much rain as we got yesterday.
Well, and driving through Little Creek Park, seeing a couple of fields that are natural grass and dirt infields and so forth, there were puddles everywhere. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch, misses just up and away. 2-2. That one close. Good idea by Smith. Working that outside corner. The 2-2 to good. Here it comes. Swinging a ground ball towards the shortstop. Kelly has it, and that throw to first, and got him by a half a step. Wow, that was close. Good. Gets down the line.
Yeah, he was moving quickly off the line. Kelly waiting on that baseball. Maybe a split second too much, waiting for the ball to get to him, not really charging that baseball at all. But you see the strong arm by Ryan Kelly and a bang-bang play at first.
I think we're going to have another pinch hitter. It looked to be a 2-1.
That'll be Eli McGinnis.
Yep, that is McGinnis standing in the right-hand batter's box. First pitch to him, missing for ball 1. Yeah, trying to get a look again, and it is McGinnis.
Yeah, McGinnis playing in the field a couple innings already.
The 1-0 on the way to him, and the right-hander takes on the outside corners. The count evens up. McGinnis hitting in the number 8 spot in the order. Previously manned by C.J. Grimes. That 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Here it comes. Misses. Outside 2-1. Now you're talking about, 20 pitches in that second inning. Otherwise, for Connor Smith, it's been right around 10, 11 pitches each inning. Swinging a line drive right back at him, and Smith reaches up above his head and makes the grab.
Well, that is called fielding your position. I'm not sure that was above his head. That looked more at his face. That was probably a little more protection than anything, but a great play fielding that position as he comes in and gets a high five from everybody in the infield.
Yeah, put a little star by that one. The line out right back to the pitcher for the second out of the inning. Grady Painter is the due batter. Now that looks to be a different number, which would be maybe a 1-8.
I was going to say Blake Childers.
Yep, and he takes a pitch that misses high for ball one. Swings at the next one, grounds it back up the middle over to his left. Kelly has it, the shortstop with the throw to first. It's in time to get him. The out recorded 6-3. 3 up, 3 down for Barboursville in the bottom half of the fifth. We're going to the sixth and final inning of regulation when we come back with Jefferson holding on to a 2-0 lead. So that was Blake.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
A last chance for Jefferson to try to add to the lead, and the last chance for Barboursville to try to mount a rally. Sixth and final inning of regulation. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters coming up for Jefferson as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Well, for Barboursville, you can't ask for more. Down right now 2-0. The leadoff batter is due. The 1, 2, and 3 hitters will have a chance to start a rally in the bottom of the sixth. Right now the goal is make sure that the deficit does not grow. 2 runs in the first inning, the difference in this one right now.
Yeah, and it's been that way the last couple of games we've seen. And going to the other field right now, as it looks like Mann is retaking the lead 3-2. So some tight ball games and very well-played ball games over the last couple of days.
And we will have Trajan Kinsler standing in to get things started out of the number 8 spot in the order for Jefferson in this sixth inning. First at bat for him as he swings and pops it foul out of play off the first base side. So Kinsler becomes the third batter in this number 8 spot in the order. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Aubrey Hobson, a strikeout victim in the second inning. Then Tanner Lukens in the fourth inning, out on a comebacker. And now Kinsler swings and grounds this one towards the second baseman. Up with it, and the throw over. Hinkle gets it to Bowles in time, and Kinsler grounds out for 3.
And Kinsler moving quickly up that line. That was a routine ground ball to Hinkle at second base, and Hinkle taking his time a little bit, but still only getting that ball over there by about a step.
So Jet Gross, the due batter, and it will be Gross. Each of the 3 substitutes have been into the ball game for their allotted time and their at-bats. Now for Jefferson, Gross 0 for 0 has walked each time up. Fouls this first pitch away, and that one seemed to get a piece of the catcher. Yeah, that one did. Not sure exactly where, but he's feeling it. Might have been on the hand, or can't tell, maybe inside of the leg. He's a tough one back there. I tell you, Bryson Shirkey is going to make some coach happy in years to come.
Yep.
He is a gritty and very good catcher. Saw that play he made earlier, popping out from behind the plate, bare-handing a swinging bunt, and kind of all in one motion, throwing almost underhand sidearm, if you will, a strike to first base to get an out. He has done very well. And at the plate, in the leadoff spot, he's put it in play twice, still looking for his first hit. Twice has grounded out to the second baseman, and he'll be the young man to lead off the bottom of the sixth inning for Barboursville.
I think he was ready to go right after the play. I think he shook it off and went, hey, I'm a catcher. I'm ready to go.
Everybody else making sure he had just a little bit more time. Now the 0-1 pitch due as we get action back underway. Here it comes. That is a swing and a miss. Count now at 0-2. I don't know about you. I'm going to get your thoughts here in just a moment. I'm going to wait for this 0-2 pitch. But as we stand out beyond this outfield fence, here's a swing and a fly ball into left field, and that one going to drop in for a base hit. Johnson, the center fielder, cuts it off, fires through to second, overshoots the man there, and sliding in safely with a double is Jet Gross. Nice job by Gross to take that one the other way for an extra base hit, and Jefferson with one out has a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, first extra base hit of this game for Jefferson. Actually, not a team that's going to get too many of those extra base hits. Actually, the second, Brian Kelly, that book rule double.
Yes. Don't forget that one. Xander Granados will be the batter. Second time that we have seen him, he bounced into a fielder's choice his last time up. Right-hand batter swings and grounds this one towards the second baseman. Hinkle has it, has a little trouble getting it out of his glove, gets it there just in time to get the speedy Granados.
When Hinkle had a double clutch, I didn't think there was a prayer of them getting Granados out with the speed he has moving up the line, but a great throw quickly once he was able to get a grip on it by Hinkle.
It does advance Gross to third, so another run just 60 feet away for Sam Hefner, as Hefner will stand in for a fourth time today. He has struck out, bounced into a fielder's choice, and reached on a bloop single into right. Swings and fouls this one straight back for strike one, and Matt, this leads me to my question. Is it dark in this outfield? As you look at where the light standards are, and as you look at the players on the field and how shadows stretch out, just from our vantage point where we are right here in the outfield, I think there's a darkness to this field.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Here comes the pitch, hit in the air down the right field line, moving over towards the line. The right fielder reaching up will make that grab. I believe that is Grady Painter, and it is, who was able to track that one down near the line. Hefner is retired, and so too is Jefferson. They do get a one-out double, but will leave that base runner stranded at third base. Well, it's down to this. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, and the final at-bat in regulation for Barbersville. The 1, 2, and 3 hitters do, with Jefferson leading 2-0. It's dark out here.
Yeah.
This is not well lit at all.
Well, yeah, because the lights are pointed towards the infield.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking.
If you've been involved in an accident, it's important that you hire your lawyer sooner rather than later. I'm Andrew Skinner. Witnesses' memories fade, evidence disappears or is repaired. Too much time passing can affect your case and make it much more difficult. Don't let an insurance company string you along and lead you to believe they're going to protect you if you just wait. They don't want to protect you, so don't wait. Call or text today for a free consultation. Skinner Law Firm. We treat you like family.
We only make home loans, so we better be good at it. And we are. It's that simple. With our focus solely on mortgage lending, you can come to us with peace of mind knowing that your mortgage loan is in good hands. As one of the nation's largest private lenders, our focus is on helping you get into your new home.
Well, here we go. Bryson Shirky out of the leadoff spot will get it started for Barbersville in this bottom of the sixth inning. Do they have it in them to mount a rally against Connor Smith, who has given up just 3 hits through 5 solid innings, has thrown just 62 pitches. 37 of those have been for strikes. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The defense has played well behind him without committing an error. Let's see how this one plays out. Shirky 0 for 2, has twice grounded out to the second baseman. He will step in, and we'll get this bottom of the sixth started. The lefty Smith is ready, and the first pitch showing bunt. Shirky pulls back and takes strike one.
I'm surprised you haven't seen more bunts laid down later in the game for Barbersville, just to try to find a way to get guys on base. Obviously, a couple of balls hit pretty hard, but struggling to consistently get guys on base.
That next pitch grounded past the pitcher towards the second baseman. Earl has it, throw to first. He gets him. The ground outs, 4-3. 2 pitches, 1 out in this bottom of the 6th.
And how efficient has Connor Smith been?
Yep. Very. I mean, we mentioned it earlier, right around 10 to 11 pitches to get through each inning, except for the second when he got into a little bit of trouble, had a walk, a single. There was a fielder's choice, the only inning in which this Barbersville team stranded more than one base runner. Squaring and bunting, Ostenberger. It's fielded by the pitcher. He turns and throws, and in time to get him, well defensed by Smith, who got off the mound quickly and got to that one. And my apologies, that was Alex Cremens in a pinch hit role who tried to bunt his way aboard, and Cremens is retired. So the bunt out goes 1-3, 2 outs in the inning, and Cole Ferguson trying to keep it going. Right-hand batter swinging at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. That is strike 1. Ferguson with a single to center in the first, a pop out to second in the third. He is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch, lifted in the air, foul territory, first base side, and it does get back out of play. It holds now, no balls, 2 strikes on Ferguson.
I know you're going to be surprised, Jackson Earl, the first one to that foul fence.
And leaping to waist high on this yellow plastic piping, just hoping maybe it was close enough for his reach. It was not.
The kid's the Energizer Bunny out there. Just goes everywhere as quick as possible.
That no ball, 2-strike delivery. Smith to the plate, and again it's fouled back out of play. Ferguson stays alive, fighting that one off, and it holds at 0-2.
Still 3-2. Looks like man still has the 1-run lead over Hurricane. I think that one's got to be in the 6th by now as well.
Again, that 0-2 pitch. That one bouncing in the turf, getting by Hefner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, how about this Jefferson pitching and defense? If they hold on to this one right here, Matt, back-to-back 2-0 victories after suffering a 2-0 loss themselves.
Yeah.
What a way to bounce back. 1-2 pitch. Just down low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And again, that would mean over the last 3 games, if they're able to hold on, giving up just 2 runs total. That's not bad.
Again, the pitch, the 2-2 taken for a called strike 3. That one on the outside corner. Ferguson is caught looking. Ball game is over, and the Jefferson County All-Stars will advance on in this elimination bracket as they get the victory over Barbersville by a final score of 2-0. Connor Smith with the complete game efforts.
And just a great day and great 2 days of baseball for this Jefferson team. And after losing that game to Hurricane, you wondered how the mindset would be coming back out, and they haven't batted an eye. It was a loss for them. They knew they had 2 of them and have come back out and played tomorrow, and just a really, really good baseball by these 10 to 12-year-olds.
Well, the game to find out who their opponent will be still going on. Looks like that one in either the 5th, maybe the 6th inning. 3-2 is the lead for Man over Hurricane in that one. Will we see a rematch of the last Jefferson loss, that 2-0 loss against Hurricane? That was a heck of a game. I wouldn't mind seeing those 2 teams get back together again the way they played that first one. Well, let's take a 2-minute timeout, and then we will come back as we get into our post-game show. Again, your final, it is Jefferson 2 and at Barbersville, 0.
If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, certainly has helped take us to another level.
He literally saved my life. It's just mind-boggling to me that he was able to do what he did.
We're able to affect much more of a difference for our patients with these resources.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
They treat you great, and they're down to earth in the West Virginia way that all West Virginians treat each other.
Hi, this is Eric from Hagerstown Ford. I keep telling you that Hagerstown Ford has completely changed the car buying experience forever. And with a return policy easier than Walmart, Hagerstown Ford has a goal to deliver 350 cars and trucks per month. And when I say deliver, I mean deliver to you, where you are, just like Amazon does. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. The only way Hagerstown Ford can accomplish this extremely aggressive goal is to make the car buying process fast and easy. We simply refuse to play the dumb back and forth games that most dealerships want to play. There's absolutely no reason for you to waste your precious time at a car dealership. I assure you, there is no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. that can beat our price. There's no dealership that will allow you to return your new car if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely has the best price, and we'll bring the car to you. And if you don't want it, return it, period. No questions asked. There's no reason to buy anywhere else. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience and get your new ride delivered to you.
Contact dealer for details.
Hey everyone, this is Delegate Sammy Brown. Little League State Championships are underway and our very own 10 to 12 All-Stars will be representing Jefferson County. I couldn't be more proud of our local athletes. And from my time on the field, Coach told me, hustle, hit, and never quit. And there's no doubt in my mind that you'll go in with the same passion and drive. So from me and my team to you and yours, good luck and go get 'em. Paid for by friends of Sammy Brown.
We are back once again here at Little Creek Park, and we will be back again tomorrow. Along with Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller. Logan Nichols, our engineer and producer, back at the studio. Jefferson with a couple of wins today in the resumption of a game suspended yesterday due to weather and a power failure. Jefferson beating Sissonville by a 2-0 final, and then they come out in a full 6-inning affair against Barbersville, and Matt, they do it again by a 2-0 score.
And just to clarify, it was Summersville, not Sissonville.
My apologies.
Just wanted to clarify for those that may have missed earlier today. But yeah, just a great effort the last two games. You cannot play harder than these guys have played, or really, honestly, play better defensively and in the field. We talked about in the area and district tournament how fundamentally sound they were in the field and how well their pitchers just pounded the strike zone, didn't give free bases. And in the first two games it was just the first game pitching-wise, and the first two games in the field just seemed to have a little bit of jitters and making uncharacteristic mistakes. The last two games, those have gone away, and that is why they're still playing and will be playing tomorrow.
Let's tell you how they scored those 2 runs, because, Matt, they both came in the very opening at-bat of the ball game. Miles Hoover drew a walk to get it started after Sam Hefner struck out on a 3-2 pitch. Ryan Kelly delivered a double, and that put 2 in scoring position for Connor Smith. And, hey, what do we talk about? Put it in play. Make the defense make a play. Well, the second baseman could not come up with it, as the error for Grimes, allowing the ball to get through to the outfield, scored Hoover from third and Kelly from second. And who knew at that moment in time those would be the only 2 runs?
You didn't know it, but if you were to tell me they were, it doesn't surprise me, just on the way that Jefferson's played so far in this one. And 2 runs early in the game, and a lot of this tournament so far, it's been what's happened early in the game, run production-wise for Jefferson. And they live to see another day, and looking over, they shut the scoreboard off really quick in Field A. I didn't hear a whole lot of cheering, so I believe they're going to take on Man. We'll get a confirmation on that before we get off the air, but believe they're going to take on Man because, again, didn't hear a whole lot of cheering the rest of the game, and we knew that Man had a 3-2 lead over Hurricane.
Well, if Man had the 3-2 lead, then it's Hurricane and Jefferson that will match up in the elimination before the opportunity to then face Man. And so, again, it looks like you are there with that final. We are pulling it up even as we speak, and it looks like it has been a Man victory, although do not have the final written down here. It looks like 3-2, and so it looks like Hurricane and Jefferson will get together a second time. Well, we'll talk more about that, and we'll run the final numbers from this one and wrap up our post-game show after this 1-minute timeout. Again, your final, it is Jefferson 2 and Barbersville nothing. Yeah, they shut it off so doggone fast.
Yeah. If you hang the WVU Medicine sign, it certainly has helped take us to another level.
He literally saved my life. It's just mind-boggling to me that he was able to do what he did.
We're able to affect much more of a difference for our patients with these resources.
Having people treated locally enhances their overall care.
They treat you great, and they're down to earth in the West Virginia way that all West Virginians treat each other.
Hey everyone, this is Delegate Sammy Brown. Little League State Championships are underway and our very own 10 to 12 All-Stars will be representing Jefferson County. I couldn't be more proud of our local athletes. And from my time on the field, Coach told me, hustle, hit, and never quit. And there's no doubt in my mind that you'll go in with the same passion and drive. So for me and my team, to you and yours, good luck and go get 'em. Paid for by friends of Sammy Brown.
The tough luck loser, Seth Hinkle, in an inning and a third, gave up 2 runs on a hit, struck out 2, walked 3, and hit a batter for Barbersville. Then came in Caden Vitato, and Matt, I tell you, he pitched fantastic.
Yeah, he went 4 2/3 in relief, giving up no runs, only giving up 3 hits, striking out 3. All those coming in a 1 strong inning for him, and only walking 1. I think that was the biggest plus for him was Hinkle just couldn't find the strike zone early, and you wondered how long he'd stay in the game. Vitato came in, it didn't. It gave up walks, made Jefferson put it in play, and that was the difference in this being a 2-0 ball game, and I think being a little bit wider of a margin of victory.
Meanwhile, Connor Smith, a complete game victory for Jefferson. 6 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 2 strikeouts, 1 base on balls, and there you go again. He didn't walk guys.
Yeah, did a very, very good job. Just 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Again, not a whole lot of strikeouts. It just did what it needed to do to trust the defense behind him, and no errors for Jefferson in the game. Went 6 strong innings, no runs on just 3 hits.
3 hits for Barbersville, one of those coming from Cole Ferguson as he went 1 for 3. Another coming from Caden Vitato. He had a walk and a single, and Cade Johnson had a single as well. Meanwhile, 4 hits for Jefferson, helping to lead the way. Ryan Kelly had a double and a run scored. Connor Smith had a single, also reached on an error and drove in a run. It was Jet Gross who had a double, and Sam Hefner who added a single. Final totals look like this. For Jefferson, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 9 left, and 6 in scoring position. Matt, you look at those numbers, they certainly could have had more than 2 runs.
Yeah, absolutely. You leave 9 guys on, 6 of those in scoring position, and one of the big numbers I circled on my page was they had a runner on base each inning in this game, and that is a big plus for them against a very good team in Barbersville. So to leave 9 runners on, obviously it's disappointing you couldn't get more of those across, but still something to hang your hat on that you were able to get on with that much frequency that often.
Meanwhile, Barbersville, no runs, 3 hits. They commit 2 errors, leaving 3 on base and 2 in scoring position. Again, Connor Smith the win, Hinkle the loss. Time of the game, 1 hour and 44 minutes. Barbersville's state tournament run is wrapped up while Jefferson moves on in the elimination bracket. Right now, we would understand that that game would be tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock, and it looks like it will be against Hurricane. We're going to verify all of that with the press box as we leave our outfield broadcast position and tune in first thing tomorrow morning. We'll have sports reports with Rob Mario in the mornings beginning at 6 a.m. to give you all the information, and we'll let you know about tomorrow's game broadcast. Well, that's going to wrap it up for us. First, we have to tell you this Little League International Tournament game presented by Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg under the authority of Little League Baseball and Softball. It may not be rebroadcast or retransmitted without the expressed written permission of Little League International, South Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Visit Little League online at littleleague.org. Thanks to our sponsors supporting our coverage of Little League Baseball. Thank you for joining us at each of our broadcast entities. Thanks goes out to Ernie Jones, the tournament administrator, and all the staff and the folks here at Little Creek Park. Thanks as well to our studio engineer and producer Logan Nichols. For Matt Crawford, I'm Matt Miller reminding you Jefferson gets 2 wins today. And, hey, don't forget, the one against Summersville, a combined no-hitter over 6 innings for 2 pitchers. What an effort. And then, not to be outdone, Connor Smith comes out and gets a shutout. 3-hit victory in the nightcap as Jefferson wins both games, one over Summersville and one over Barbersville, and by the final score in each of 2-0. Until tomorrow night, so long, everyone.
Thank you for listening to live play-by-play coverage of Little League All-Star Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Trips Floor Sanding and Berkeley Fashion Flooring, Bechtel Jewelers, Delegate Sammy Brown, Miller's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Berkeley County Health Department, Procter & Gamble, Delegate Paul Espinosa, Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial, Parsons Ford, and Skinner Law Firm.
Little League All-Star Baseball is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. All rights reserved.